Hello, everybody on the Master Sha Tao Centres Toronto Facebook page. And welcome to our Experience the Power of series. Today, we are going to experience the power of awakening your spiritual channels. And we are joined by our very special guest and host of today. He is a certified master teacher healer practitioner of the Tao Academy and the leading teachers here at the Master Sha Tao Centres Toronto. And he has personally trained and assisted in training over 6,000 soul healing practitioners all around the globe. He has been an author of Divine Joy, as well as the book Greatest Love. And we are very blessed that he is here with us today. It is not easy to just get an appointment with him. And he's going to be doing some really exciting live readings today for us with some other very special guests. So today is going to be a really unique and fun time together to learn more and experience the power of awakening your spiritual channels. So please share with us in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Where are you from? What inspired you to join us today? And without further ado, let us welcome Francisco Quintero.
Thank you, Alexia. So happy, delighted to be here with all of you from around the world. Take a moment to share your excitement. Say hello. I would love to know who is with us live, with us. Okay, so welcome, Candy. Welcome, Tash. Welcome, Layla, Gloria. Welcome, Isho. Okay, welcome from around the world. I see people from London, from Mexico, from California, many different parts of the world. So happy to be here. So this is going to focus on awakening the spiritual channels, okay? So let me tell you a little bit about my journey of awakening my spiritual channels and why it's important. So I began, before I started to work with Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha, I was actually trained in physics and I was also teaching mathematics. So I was more, doing that kind of work. And I had no idea about the spiritual realms. I never even heard about the third eye. I was in my late 20s at that time, but I got high blood pressure and I started to look for a different way to heal myself because I saw my mother suffering from high blood pressure. And I saw that the medication, they would just increase the medication, and I saw the side effects that it could do for you. So I started to look for a different way to heal. So I met Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha, and I started to apply his techniques for healing my physical body. But then one thing led to another. He started to then ask, who wants to become a spiritual healer? My hand just went up. I had no idea what that meant. But he transmitted to me some spiritual healing powers to be able to offer healing blessings to others. And one thing led to another. So I first became a healer. And then the second step after that is I started to take courses on opening my spiritual channels. So before I met Master Sha, I would say that my spiritual channels were open, but I had no name for them. I was just very intuitive with the things that were happening in my life, my environment, people around me. So I started to rapidly open my spiritual channels, though, when I met Master Sha. I started to open my third eye. The third eye is to be able to see the spiritual images in the soul world. And I started to do what's called soul communication, to communicate with a soul, like divine, Tao, source, an angel, a saint, a Buddha, or even a loved one. Maybe, a lot of people love to communicate with a soul that has transitioned. So I started to learn these abilities of how to use, have a direct conversation with these spiritual beings in the soul world. And I became fascinated. I started to right away highly develop my spiritual channels. and learned all these beautiful, powerful practices to widely open the spiritual channels. It's still one of my favorite topics. I love talking about the spiritual channels, working with people and opening their spiritual channels and guiding them with the spiritual channels. So let me tell you about one situation, one practice that really, it was just like a big eye-opener for me. So I was still a little bit skeptical. So I started to, do all of these practices, but they were very new to me. I was not very spiritual. I didn't really know about energy at that time. So I was a little bit skeptical. So I wanted to say, does it really work? So I started to do these practices to open up my heart center, open up the message center. The message center is the heart chakra. And I started to do practices to open up my third eye. So in the beginning, I would practice late at night. So it was very dark. But I started to see these spiritual images. And it was at the beginning just light, where I would see just flashes of light. And it would come down into my lower abdomen. Come down into my lower abdomen. Come down to my lower abdomen. So it was just like a big flashes of light. So I knew something was happening. Okay. And I started to take a course, what's called soul language translation. It's using a special form of soul communication. And I started to practice every day. And I started to communicate with a soul. And at that time, I was communicating with the Medicine Buddha. So I would receive a message every day from the Medicine Buddha to help guide my life, to give me any guidance. And every day I would receive this message that was very helpful. But I remember one message, and the Medicine Buddha said, "Chop my name for 30 days." And I didn't understand the message, but I decided to do it. So I would do some energy practices, spiritual practices to build my foundation, to open my spiritual channels. And then I would chant the Medicine Buddha. And I would chant it both in English, and I would also chant it in Mandarin, Yao Shi Fo. And then day number 1, day number 2, I didn't experience too much. I felt some energy sensations in my body. I started to feel things opening, but it was not like, wow, like something big and grand. And then a week goes by, kind of the same thing. 3 weeks go by, kind of the same thing. And it was on the very last day, the day number 30, is when I had my first profound experience with my third eye. And it was more than just the third eye, because I literally felt the physical presence of this highly, a spiritual being in front of me. And then all of a sudden, my room, it starts to smell like flowers. And it didn't smell like flowers at that time, but there was a beautiful heavenly smell in my room. And I was smelling around thinking, where could this possibly come from? And I was like, I didn't know where. And all of a sudden, I feel the presence of this beautiful light being in front of me. It had the faint image of a Buddha. And then it was bright. And then there was a huge beam of light that just shot into my heart. And that I just stood in stillness for about 2 minutes. This beautiful connection with this saint, with this Buddha that was opening my heart center. And I knew in that moment that he was blessing me to open my spiritual channels further. That was the first, and it was so physical too. It was not just something that's spiritual. I could feel, I would see it, I actually saw it with my physical eye, not just spiritual eye. So that experience led me to realize that there is something profound, that there is something in the spiritual world. We cannot touch it. We can feel it though. If you're very sensitive to energy, you might be able to feel it. But I started to see these, that was like the beginning of widely opening up my third eye to be able to see the spiritual images in the soul world. Since then, I've just had profound experiences and I received direct training from Dr. and Master Sha to learn really the soul secrets to open up the heart center so that our heart is very open. Open up the third eye so that you can see images very clearly. And what's most important is developing accuracy in the spiritual channels. It's very easy, to learn how to open your spiritual channels. The most difficult part is to gain the accuracy. So that was my journey of, opening up my spiritual channels. And now I have the great honor to train many, many people from around the world in their development of opening their spiritual channels. And why would you want to do this? First of all, when you open your spiritual channels, it's a special connection that you have with Tao Source, with saints, with angels, with Buddhas, and you receive the nourishment. Every time that I do that, every time I could use my spiritual channels, I feel like a profound nourishment that is also coming to me. And this love and this light just pours through me. And it feels very good, actually. It feels like you just want to stay in that condition for a long period of time. But it goes deeper than that. To use your spiritual channels is to receive guidance from heaven, guidance from the Tao Source, guidance from your spiritual fathers and mothers, angels, Buddhas, and saints. And they can guide our life. In life, sometimes we have things just flow very smoothly, and everything is in alignment. Those kinds of things in life, it's because your heart is there, your soul is there. Okay, everything is flowing. And then there's the opposite, where there are some aspects of our life, and it's just blockage after blockage after blockage, and you're doing everything you can, everything that you know possible, but there's still something there. Those kinds of life issues is when we need to connect with our spiritual channels. Those kinds of issues is when we need to receive the guidance from Divine Tao Source, from our spiritual fathers. Okay, how can I solve this problem in my life? What is the best thing for me to do? Is this relationship very good for me? When am I going to find my true love? What blockages do I have? What do I need to heal and transform to be able to move forward in my life? Or maybe it's your business. Like if there's something in your business that's stuck, how can you grow your business? How can you create new streams of revenue? Okay, these are all common questions relationship issues. Yesterday I had a client who was working with relationship issues between brother and sister who are having some difficulties. Okay, how do you solve this issue? We've done everything possible, but this issue is still there, still very strong. That's when we use our spiritual channels to help guide our life. Okay, so the spiritual channels is very, very important for us to be able to guide in our daily life. Also, as a healer, for those of you who are healers, a Reiki healer, Tao hands practitioners, other types of spiritual energy healers out there, you use your spiritual channels so that you can best guide your clients. Imagine using your spiritual channels or seeing with your third eye or receiving a message on where in the body do you need to focus on for healing. Sometimes I have many clients that come to me and they have let's say knee pain or back pain or pain in the neck or lungs. But then when I'm working with them, when I'm using my spiritual channels, you get more deeper information that can guide the healing. So for those of you who are healers, it's very, very important to open your spiritual channels so that you can provide the best healing, the best, guidance that you can give to your clients. Okay, so I'm going to be actually demonstrating that today very shortly, okay? So now, throughout today's program, feel free to ask questions about the spiritual channels. If you've been curious about the spiritual channels, or if you want to know, I'll take a little bit of time to answer some questions for today. Now, for the spiritual channels, now, a lot of people think, like the third eye, for example, they think it's like this big psychedelic TV show or very, surreal image. That's not really the spiritual channels. Okay, and it's not hearing this big, loud voice from heaven also. That's also not your spiritual channels. It could maybe happen, but that's not necessarily what the spiritual channels are. The spiritual channels are a connection, a pathway that we have from our heart and soul with Tao Source, with heaven, with the divine, with our spiritual fathers and mothers, that we can receive a message. This message can come in many different ways or forms. It could be a spiritual image. It could be an intuitive message you feel. It could be an inner voice that you hear in your heart. So sometimes this can be very subtle. So when you open your spiritual channels, you have to listen to those very subtle messages that can come to you. When working with the spiritual channels, there's 4 different types of main spiritual channels. One of them is called soul language, which is the language of the soul, and you can learn how to translate the language of the soul. Some people may know that as like the universal language, light language. Okay, so you can bring that out, you can translate it, and then you have something called the direct soul communication channel. That's when you have like a direct conversation with the divine, or with a saint, an angel, a Buddha, any soul. It could be the soul of your grandmother in heaven, if you want to receive a message from her. There's the third eye channel, and that's to be able to see spiritual images in the soul world. And then the direct knowing channel is like the direct knowing channel is like instant knowing. You have a question and you just instantly know the answer of what is the best thing to do. Those are the 4 major spiritual channels. So all are very important to develop. We do have a program that's upcoming. It's called Awaken Your Spiritual Channels. And we're going to post the link there for you to read about the information. Okay, so Layla will be posting that in the link for you to be able to access that information. It's a 6-week program where I'm going to teach you all those 4 major spiritual channels and how to use your spiritual channels to receive guidance. Okay, so, but there's other spiritual channels. Who knows? There may be something else that opens. I know some people that I work with who their spiritual channels open and they have like a specialty or a special ability to communicate with animals. Some people, they have special abilities to be able to smell the heavenly scents in heaven, flowers and more. So those are all different types of spiritual channels that you can also develop, okay? So Tash has a question. She wrote down, how come it is difficult for me to translate my soul language while I receive messages in other ways? Okay, very good question. Some of you may have already opened up your soul language, or maybe even have your third eye already open, so you're already receiving some kind of messages. What you have to realize is the spiritual channels are not just something outside your body. Okay, it's not something that it's this channel of light. It goes beyond that. The spiritual channels also have something physical inside your body. Okay, there's a pathway of energy inside your body that's connected with different parts of your body. That pathway inside the body has to be opened. It has to be developed. And for some people, we have blockages. Okay, just like we have blockages in our organs and different parts of the body when we're sick, the same thing is for the spiritual channels. When everyone actually can learn how to open their spiritual channels, every single person. But when we have difficulties, it means there's a blockage somewhere, a blockage of the heart and soul. Okay, so there may be somewhere, for example, in the heart center, that the heart center is not fully open yet. Or there is a blockage there of some sort, a spiritual blockage, energy blockage, a heart blockage that needs to be transformed. And when that clears, the pathway inside the body opens, and then you'll be able to translate your soul language, okay? Practice Tash, okay? I'd love to work with you, Tash. Take the course if you can. Arlene said, I do not see anything. It is just black space, no color, no images. Can you help a person like me to be able to have an open third eye eventually, as I would like to have this ability to serve future clients? Great question, Arlene. Now, everyone can learn how to do practices to open their third eye. I get so many requests all the time from people from around the world about what's the secret formula for opening the third eye. Okay, I am going to be teaching you in the course some practices to develop your third eye, to quickly open your third eye, to be able to see more clearly. But everyone has a different stage, a different development of their third eye. Heaven decides when your third eye opens. Okay, I cannot decide that. I could only teach you the practices, the techniques, the soul secrets to open your third eye. You have to do your part, but heaven also has to, agree that your third eye is going to open. There are some people that I have met who have very widely open third eye. Very widely open spiritual channels. Their ability to have a direct conversation with Tao Source, with heaven and saints is exquisite, beautiful, pristine messages, very high level accuracy. But their third eye is not open. So there are some people where, for some reason, heaven says, no, this is your gift. This is your ability. Okay? And you have to, it's like we have to honor, respect what our abilities are. There's so many spiritual channels, but they all work as one. So when we have to learn how to work with what is our gift and our ability with using our spiritual channels. Almost everybody can get messages. We just have to honor the way that we are receiving those messages and develop them further, okay? Okay, so we're going to bring on now, I have brought on Alexia actually went out and found some demos for me today. The first one is Franca, and Franca has some questions, and I'm going to show you what you're going to learn in the course so that you have some idea of what this course is about. So let's bring on Franca at this time. Hello, Franca. Can you hear us, Franca? Franca, I believe we can't hear you right now. If you could unmute yourself.
Wait, now can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Okay.
I had headphones in, but the headphones aren't working. Okay, wait, let me see. The lighting here is not the greatest.
It looks like you're outside. Okay. Now it's
I'm just trying to have some privacy. 1 second. Let me close.
Okay, Franca.
Okay, I think that's better light.
Wonderful. Yeah, we can see you now. So Franca, maybe you share with everybody. So Franca needs some guidance in her life. So Franca, maybe you share what are your life struggles that you're going through, or where do you need guidance in your life? And I'm going to offer you a spiritual reading from Tao Source. Okay?
Okay, wonderful. So first off, thank you for having me. Always a blessing to share space with you. So my questions are, I guess I'm feeling around this time. First off, I get a little more sensitive to the loss of one of my best friends. It's her birthday coming up, so I'm always looking for any guidance with her. But I'm feeling to be able to serve more in business. I would like to Maybe if I felt a little more protected, then I feel like I would be able to serve better. So something around that area.
So maybe you share with everybody, what kind of business do you have?
So I'm a Reiki master teacher. I'm a Tao hands practitioner as well. So I do healing, and I do chakra balancing, and I work with connecting with the soul. Always being that teacher and that giver, I feel like I also need to be the student, and which is why I'm always connecting here and with Master Sha's practices. And so yeah, I'm feeling like protection is a big word that's showing up, especially with always being that server.
Okay. And you mentioned a friend. Can you share a little bit more about the friend, and you want some guidance about your friend and how to deal? You said you go through some things during this time.
Right. So in 2015, one of my best friends she was a bystander to a shooting. I was present at the time of that experience. Actually, a lot of Master Sha's practices, and like especially a lot of the forgiveness practices, helped me a lot in healing in that area. But around this time, because her birthday is on the 26th, I just feel like, because we had a lot of projects that we were working on, so I'm always looking for guidance. If she has anything to say around that area. So that, and I guess there's always like healing in the heart when it comes to that situation.
Okay. And do you want to share who your friend, her name?
So Ariella is
Ariella.
Ariella Navarro Fenoy. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Franca, you could close your eyes. Everyone actually could close your eyes at this point and just feel your heart, connect with your heart. Everybody listen to the message. This is a message for Franca, but the message may also apply to you. So close your eyes, and I'm going to connect with Tao Source to give Franca a message. Okay, so this is not Francisco giving the message to Franca. I'm using my spiritual channels to connect to Tao Source to give Franca the message. So let's close our eyes. How? This is the Tao Source. My most beloved Franca. My most beloved daughter. There is great love within your heart. There is a great desire to bring light to humanity. You have great passion to serve others, and you have done a very good job. Your daughter, she is a very special one indeed. Heaven wants you to know to take care of your family, for they are going through their own journey of healing, of uplifting, of connecting deeper to heaven, to Tao's source. Make sure your daughter is always nourished. Bring her to the light when you practice, beloved Franca. And for your business, there are some blockages, beloved daughter, in your business. You have done quite well, but you know that you can increase your revenue, increase your clients up to 4 times, much more by the beginning of next year. How can you do this? You know that your time is restricted. First of all, beloved daughter, what you need to do is to find your soul clients. Your soul clients. Find them. They are there. Heaven has already found many clients for you. They are waiting for you. What you need to do is to be more present in your marketing. Be more present in social media. Share the results. Have your clients share the results. Be open to speak about the results and the miracles that you have created. Many times you offer healing blessings, but you forget to share with others. This is the key for you, our beloved Franca. In addition to that, do soul marketing, and you will see great results. And for your beloved friend, who is now in the heavenly realms, there is still grief in your heart. You are holding on to the fun, to the good times you had with her. She was like your best friend, and you have lost her in the physical world. Let this go now, beloved daughter. Let it go. Let it go. Speak to her soul. When you have grief and sadness, speak to her soul, and she will have a heart-to-heart connection with you, a heart-to-heart conversation. She is doing very well, and she sends her love. You are most loved and blessed, Franca, the Tao Source. How. Thank you, Tao Source. Okay, you can open your eyes, Franca, everyone. Franca, you could share, how do you feel about the message?
I'm just coming back here. The message resonated with me so much. It's interesting that you brought up my daughter, especially because that, like, I didn't mention her, and I just needed to hear that. Like, I really needed to hear that, and I feel like it's just human of me to, you know, get wrapped around just my everyday life and the things that I'm doing, and like I am a single parent, so just like the role of that and what that looks like, and you bringing that up is just something I needed to hear. So like, thank you.
Yeah, I felt her presence, actually. I was like, wow, I didn't expect her soul to be here.
Yeah, like
it was like, mommy, I'm here.
Yeah, especially around this time, like just with, you know, like just with the COVID and everything, and like having her home more because the things everything closes down, and it's just challenging. So it's like I feel like at peace for hearing that, and more like guidance on what to do. Also with business, it's like that's one area that I keep saying, like, I do marketing for other businesses and I just have been slacking for doing it for myself. So that is like, again, that like hits it right on for what I need to do. And thank you for that guidance. Like, I'm going to be more aware of that and mindful of that.
I see that you have great potential. So follow the guidance.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's amazing. And the thing is like, it's true. Like, I've served so many. My business is very much word of mouth, and I'm so blessed and honored for the people I serve. And I don't share those stories enough and what I've done for people. And I humbly am so grateful to have the gift to do that. So it's nice to hear that. And I think it's true. Sharing those stories can help other people in like very undisguised ways. So thank you. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much.
Okay, Franca, so I'm going to also offer you a Tao Healing Hands blessing to help remove some of these blockages in your grief, with your daughter also bringing you closer together, and for your business. Okay, so actually everyone close your eyes. So everyone's going to receive a blessing. Everybody make a request. This is a Tao Hands blessing for Franca, but also for everyone. Make one request. Tao Hands blessing to Franca for healing her grief, developing her business, and her connection to her daughter in a deeper way, and for everyone's request. Tao hands blessings start. Just close your eyes and receive the blessing. The Tao healing hands is source healing hands. They carry source frequency, vibration, source nourishment to transform your requests. Beautiful light shines. 30 more seconds. How. Tao healing hands, blessing hands. Thank you. Love you. Okay, open. Okay, how do you feel, Franca?
I feel wonderful. Every time I get a Tao blessing or work with my Tao hands, I always find that I have this like something spirals inside of me where I feel like my body's like moving without moving. It's quite interesting, and I feel like it like cleans like my portals, and I feel lighter right now. I was feeling a little bit groggy earlier. I feel like sudden light. So thank you. I feel amazing.
Thank you, Franca, for being here. Follow the guidance you received, and then hopefully you have greater success. Thank you, Franca.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
No problem. Take care. Okay, so you also can become a Tao Healing Hands healer. Okay, Layla will be posting the link on how you can become a Healing Hands. Okay, it's a spiritual healer. Okay, Dr. and Master Jigong Sha will be offering a global retreat very soon, April 23rd to the 25th. Click the link to learn more for those of you who are not Tao Hands practitioners and you want to learn more. Okay, everybody share the messages. Maybe share about the Tao Healing Hands blessing, or how did the message resonate with your heart? So during the Awaken Your Spiritual Channels course, you will learn how to receive a message from the Tao source, from the divine, from a saint, from an angel. I have worked in training people from around the world to open their spiritual channels. So I know in my heart and soul, you can open your spiritual channels. You can receive a message. And these messages can guide your life. Just like Franca had questions about business, about a friend who transitioned. Okay? The spiritual channels can enhance, give you guidance for every part of your life. Okay? Arlene said, wow, thank you for the wonderful Tao Hands blessing. I began to get so relaxed, peaceful, to soften my still muscles and soften my still muscles. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so we're going to bring on another guest, Cherise. This is the first time that I'm actually meeting Cherise. So I'm happy to know more about her and to give her guidance. Let's see what and she's from Mexico, I just found out. So wonderful. Nice calls. Welcome, Cherise.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. Cherise, maybe you can share what kind of guidance you need.
Yes, definitely relationship and business would be ideal. I recently went through a breakup and I have lots of questions and a lot of healing that I'm going through. And I just want to make sure that I made the right choice, the right decision. And with business, just how I could more deeply and potently serve. I work with women as a coach and help with emotional health and getting in alignment with your soul. And I'm fairly new to this in the sense of creating a program and it'll be my first group offering. And I just want to make sure that I'm connecting with the right souls and giving my greatest service.
Wonderful, great. And do you do everything online?
Everything's online right now, yes.
Okay. Okay, so Cherise, close your eyes. Just relax. And take a deep breath. Everybody close their eyes.
Hello?
Yeah. Maybe we can mute the... Charisse, maybe mute yourself. Okay, perfect. Okay, so close your eyes. So I'm going to connect with Charisse. I'm going to connect with her soul. Her soul carries deep wisdom, information. Soul communication is about connecting to the soul. What does the heart and soul want? Not with our logical mind. When we have our logical mind, that's when we get blocked. And just totally relax, everyone. How? This is Mother Kuan Yin, the Buddha of compassion. I wish to speak to you today, beloved Charisse. It is the quality of the mother's nourishment, the mother's compassion that is growing within your heart, within your soul. Allow this light, allow the quality of the greatest compassion to grow deeper in every cell of your body. Connect more deeply to your heart and soul, beloved Charisse. For you know the truth. You have always known the truth. But at times, your mind has struggled, has come in the way in making life decisions. But there are great things coming your way that are possible. Can you see the future? Can you feel the love within your heart? You, my dear one, are on a journey of developing your healing abilities, becoming a healer. You will serve many women. You will empower them, and you will help them to heal the trauma, the pain within their hearts, but also the children and all those in their family. You, my dear one, are being empowered to hold groups together and to bring their energy, their love, their light to a higher vibration. You, my dear one, are beginning a new chapter in your life. This relationship that you have ended was part of your story. It is time to let this go. This relationship has already accomplished its task. You have learned the lessons. Let anything within your heart go now. You are ready to start new. For the Tao is about change. Change is very good. Do not see this as negative. For you, beloved one, it is recommended for you to begin a journey to develop yourself spiritually, for you have much growth, great potential to reach enlightenment. That's what your soul wants, to reach enlightenment. Because when you reach this special state, you will be able to serve more people. For you to grow your business, what is recommended for you, beloved one, is for you to do spiritual practice. Build a strong foundation. Allow your heart to open, and you will touch many people's lives. It is also recommended for you to form a strong bond, connection with all your students and clients. Relationships is the key for you. Everyone that you work with will be touched by your heart, and they will speak by word of mouth about what you offer, and that is how your business will grow. This is the message we give to you on this day. Mother Kuan Yin. How. Thank you. Love you, love you, love you. Okay, beautiful message. So Charisse, you could unmute yourself and share. I could see your tears, so good sign. You could unmute yourself and share.
Oh, yes. Thank you for that. Oh, I think my soul knew all of that. Maybe not exactly what I wanted to hear in regards to the relationship, but I trust. And it makes me really happy to hear that my business will grow in word of mouth, because online marketing is not the funnest for me. I like to live my life offline. But I could feel that this new chapter is starting, and I'm excited.
Great. Okay, you can mute yourself again, Charisse. So, Charisse, I'm going to offer you a Tao Healing Hands blessing. Okay? Everybody again, close your eyes. This is not only for Charisse. So, Charisse, yours will be for your business and also to heal anything left in your heart regarding your relationship. Okay? Everyone else, make also another request. Okay? So close your eyes, Charisse, and everyone. Tao Healing Hands blessing to Charisse for releasing any pain in her heart regarding this relationship that ended, for your business, for great success in your business. And everyone, also a blessing for everyone's request. Tao Healing Hands blessing, start. Just close your eyes to receive. Open your heart. Release any blockages. How. Thank you. Love you, the Tao Healing Hands. Okay, very powerful. Charisse, you could mute yourself again and share your final words, how you're feeling.
I feel supported. Thank you.
Great. Okay, so thank you, Charisse. We love you, and we welcome you from our heart and soul to our community.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, powerful. I love the message of Mother Kuan Yin. It was so soft, and you notice the difference between Franca and Charisse. They have a different frequency, a different vibration. So you will notice that when you begin to practice doing soul communication, we're going to practice a lot in the program, Awaken Your Spiritual Channels. You may be wondering, if you've never done this, I don't think I could do this. You will be able to do it. I will share with you the techniques on how to open your spiritual channels. I myself train and coach many teachers, many students of Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha on how that you can use their spiritual channels, how to gain their accuracy, their confidence. So I know in my heart and soul that you can do it, and I will be there with you, holding your hand, and I have some assistant teachers that will also be assisting you to make sure that you know how to receive a message from the divine Tao source or from a saint, angel, or Buddha to help guide your life. Okay, so don't miss that. It's going to be a great opportunity. I do have an advance. I see some students who have already opened their spiritual channels. I do have an advance component as part of the course where you will receive some personal coaching from me. You do have to apply for that. We'll also post a link there for the advanced coaching for those of you who already know how to use your spiritual channels and you want to take it to the next level. Okay, wow, that was so powerful. Continue to share your experiences, everyone. And the Tao healing hands, you know, they go together. Tao healing hands and opening your spiritual channels. As a healer, you can empower yourself, develop your healing power further. And you want to open your spiritual channels. They go hand in hand. You want to be a powerful healer, open your spiritual channels. Okay, I'm going to read a few comments. Earlier, Rosetta said, congratulations, Franca. This was a powerful blessing. Thank you, Francisco. Feeling the energy shifting, vibrating my heart center and my back. The flow resonated with me as well regarding my business. Isha, I got goosebumps. I felt her friend's presence. The message really resonated with my heart, made me cry. So much divine love. Yes, when these messages, when you receive a message from heaven, it's a healing. It's not just a message. It heals and transforms you. Okay? Let's see. Lots of congratulations. Loredana said, congratulations, Cherise, for the beautiful heart-touching reading. How beautiful. Arlene, oh, I love the message of Kuan Yin. It gave Cherise, that you gave Cherise on this day. Congratulations. Arlene said, thank you. The blessing felt like a soft, warm blanket wrapped around my shoulders. I felt relaxed, peace in my heart. And lots of thanks. Pervna, so blessed. Edu said, my heart is melting. I can't wait to open my channels further to become a better servant. Yes, you know, we want to, when you open your spiritual channels, it's like you're being empowered. When you have a life issue, a life struggle, you can use your spiritual channels. Okay, how do I solve this? How can I overcome this issue? Okay, I'm working with a client right now, depressed, and she's been depressed for a long time. And I heard a message, talk to your soul. Your soul is going to help you out of your depression. Your soul is going to give you a message, what you need to do to be able to overcome the issue. So your soul and divine Tao source, they all want to serve us. They all want to help us. They want to guide us and support us and nourish us. So to open your spiritual channels, you are becoming a more powerful servant, not only helping yourself, helping your family members, your loved ones. You don't have to just open your spiritual channels because maybe you want to do it as a profession. There are some people who do this as a profession, but it's very good for those of you who are healers. It's very good for those of you who just want another tool in your box to grow your business, or another tool in your box to just get guidance in your life to how you can solve different issues in your life. How do you bring more love in a relationship, more harmony in a relationship? How do you heal intimacy in a relationship? What are the struggles between you and your partner? The spiritual channels can guide you. for your business, as I mentioned, for revenue, increasing revenue, new products. You can actually receive a message. What are some new product lines for me to create, for me to design? You could even ask, sometimes I use my spiritual channels to design book covers. So I get a message from Divine Tao Source. How does this book cover look? And then the message will tell me exactly how the image looks, where the different words are. So you can use your spiritual channels for every part of life. If you are a professional, you could use your spiritual channels in your professional work that you do. It complements you, okay? It's really for all life. Isho said, that message is applied to many others. I love the message about having learned the lesson and moved on. Tao is changing, let it go. Yes, and we all need to let those pains go. And Rosetta said, receiving clarity in regards to serving more. My blockages are not clear how to take the action step. Okay, so these are different ways. So in the course, Awaken Your Spiritual Channels, it's a 6-week program. Every week you will receive some teachings, some wisdom on how to open your spiritual channels. A very important step of the program is the daily practice. So you get 6 wisdom classes and teachings, plus you get 4 weeks of daily practice sessions. You're going to get on the phone with me Monday through Friday, and we are going to practice for 1 hour a day, doing practices to open our spiritual channels. And at the end of each class, I'm going to be guiding you to get a message. To get a message from the divine Tao source, from a saint, an angel, or Buddha. I'll be guiding you step by step. So you're going to get 6 weeks of wisdom classes, 4 weeks of daily practice sessions. Alan Chuck, Shara Rourke, will also be assisting me. Excuse me. So that part is very, very important. The daily practice sessions is for you to be able to, widely open your channels right away. You need the daily practice. It's like a muscle. You need to go to the gym. You want to get strong, physical fit. You need to go to the gym daily, consistently. Well, the same thing with the spiritual channels. You want to open them? You need daily practice. Okay, so the 6-week program is designed, it has all those components. For anyone who is struggling in opening your spiritual channels, one of my assistant teachers will also be making a personal connection with you to help you to open your channels, okay? And then for the advanced course, you're going to receive some private coaching with me, okay? And you're going to receive a very, very high level spiritual blessing as well. So that's going to be for the advanced coaching, okay? So all the links are there. Join us, be with us. I think you're all going to love Awaken Your Spiritual Channels. It's my favorite program. We only offer this once a year. It's one of our signature programs for Master Sha Tao Centre in Toronto. And I know you're going to have fun. It's always very heart-touching to do this. I've been doing it for many years, and every single time it's like, wow, 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 like Layla said. Yeah, it's amazing. So join us, be with us. Now, for those of you who are I do see many students from different parts of the world, Australia, throughout Europe, throughout North America, different parts of the world. All these classes, practice sessions are recorded. So you can do everything at your leisure throughout the 6-week program. So you're not missing a thing for those of you who are in different time zones from around the world. Okay? So I love you all, and I look forward to seeing each of you in Awaken Your Spiritual Channels course. It starts at the end of the month. Don't miss it. I love you all. Take care. And we'll pass it over to Alexia for the final closing here. Thank you, Alexia. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Francisco. And thank you so much, everyone. This was such an amazing time together. Wow. How powerful was this session? And thank you so much to Cherise and to Franca for joining today, and for your open hearts, for sharing with us your experiences and your story, and for Francisco for the blessings and for all of this wisdom and really experiencing the power of awakening the spiritual channels. So definitely be sure to connect, to click the link in the description of this video or the ones that are being shared in the chat. This is such a next level program, and it is offered very rarely. I believe it's maybe once a year. So it is a signature program. It is also, you know, not as frequent. So it's something that you really want to grab the opportunity and join. It's so powerful. And also we receive such beautiful, powerful Tao Hands blessings. And if you're interested in learning more about Tao Hands or becoming a Tao Hands practitioner yourself, there is a Tao Hands training happening this next weekend coming up, the weekend after this upcoming one on the 23rd, with Master Sha himself. So it is also very rare that that actually happens. And so we're very, very, very blessed. This whole month, there's just so many exciting offerings and opportunities for upliftment, for learning, for growing on our journeys and our healing and so much more. So be sure to learn more by clicking those links. You can register. And as always, we're always here to support you if you have questions or need anything at all. And we thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your sharing, for your comments. And we look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. And we also have this weekend, we have a Saturday session with the Tao Chang, and we also have a Sunday workshop as well. So welcome everyone to connect with us, to join, and we will see you very soon. Bye, everybody.